So today is the 22nd day of the second part of the project. I have not gotten OpenClaw or Paperclip fully operational. Um, I'm still fiddling around with the website and the actual service. But OpenClaw is on its way. Now, I have been struggling with the amount of things you can put off because they're too difficult or they don't work now, and you put them off into a point in the future which is unknown. And how many of those can you have, really? When is it doable, and when does it stop being in your field of vision? And then you lose track of what you're doing. And then you're a scatterbrain and everything falls apart. I have 3 or 4 now. See, I've even lost count. Things that I've planned on doing, but that have taken enough time as to make them unreasonably delaying the project. So they're not make or break, but they are valuable in that they will make the service appear better if they're working. So how many of these things can I have open, like open tabs in my brain? I mean, I write it down and I try to keep track, but I don't think I'm going to go over all my notes that I made over the last 2 months almost. It's just a scribble of whatever. The thing about making something on your own is that if you're not very system oriented, you lose track of what you were doing. It's not linear, and it's definitely not straight. It's going back and forth and down, and then a couple of steps back, and then starting over, and then you branch out into these things where you thought you were going this way, but you end up over there, way to the right of where you were heading. So maybe something you were supposed to change when you were heading this way keeps slushing around in the back of your brain because that was something you were supposed to fix, and your brain keeps sort of an open, it keeps track of unfinished business. It hates it, as far as I understand. But it's not unfinished because you're never going to go that way anymore. You're over this way, and there are new things that you have to fix. So if my frustration is in my voice, and it betrays how I actually feel right now, then that's what it is. I'm very frustrated, and I don't think it's only because of this project. I think it's because of how my life around the sides of this project, how it affects me, and how a bad thing that happens, or a stressful thing that happens in life, how it affects your project and your state of mind and your patience. For me, it definitely affects my patience. I lose it too easily when I'm a little stressed. And I know that some of the gurus in the field of making your own project or your side hustle say that if you're not cut out for it, you're not cut out for it. But I can't take it. I don't think that's true. I mean, you're a human being, and one thing we are is adaptable. We change. You're not set in your ways. You can change no matter who you are, what you've done, what you've experienced in life, I believe. Whenever someone says categorically, you cannot become a different person, I think that's bullshit. I think you can change, because if you don't believe that you can change, what is there? What is there when you make a bad decision once in your life? That's who you are then? Okay, so I'm frustrated today. And I like to take out my anger at people who give poor advice to those of us who are stuck and who feel left behind. It's easy to point the finger, but yeah, sometimes you have to push it a little bit from yourself in order to cope. You have to point a finger sometimes, a little finger, the pinky one. Then tomorrow I might take all of this back and I might feel completely different. But for today, I need to feel that I have some sort of direction. I have to fight through my frustration. And I will. I know it.